Alright, hi everybody. Welcome to a Tuesday night live stream, which is a little bit different for me, but thank you guys for joining me today for part 4 of my Ghost Trick Phantom Detective live stream Let's Play. So hopefully you are looking forward to it. I'm trying to remember where we last left off. There we had that really frustrating level where we were trying to get Detective Jowd out of prison. So he managed to make it out of prison. Unfortunately, he got caught by Detective Camilla, and there was just a whole thing about a kidnapping. The daughter of the Prime Minister? I can't remember who it was. Somebody high up. So we're trying to figure out like what's going on there. So just like a whole bunch of intrigue. So anyway, so let's see. Okay, 5 o'clock now, so we can get on. Let's get back into the game and see where we last left off, because it has been a week. We're slowly making our way there. What is it, like 17 chapters? So we're getting to chapter... Oh, the camera froze again. Guys, I am so sorry. Alright, I guess we're going cameraless. This thing is driving me crazy. I am so sorry about this. At least last time, it went out about halfway through. Damn it! Okay, well you know what? I am actually in the process right now, because this webcam is driving me nuts. So we are in the process of replacing it. I'm actually going to be trying to use my phone as a webcam. I've heard you can do that, because I just recently picked up... I talked about... like, I've been having issues, man, with, like, my camera that I'm using for vlogging. It's corrupting my files. My webcam is crapping out on me. My computer out in the living room, it's making weird clicking noises. Not having a good time right now. Straight up not having a good time with my electronics. So I recently picked up a Pixel 7, and you can use that apparently as a webcam. So I'm going to be trying that. I actually have stuff coming from Amazon to be able to set it up. I just ordered them today. So I'm hoping for the next live stream we can have that working, and hopefully it'll go better, because this is an expensive... It's a Logitech, man. Like, it's not a cheap webcam. I don't know why it's been giving me problems lately. Anyway, hopefully you guys can enjoy it even without, you know, looking at my lovely mug. The Justice Minister's daughter has been abducted. The kidnappers demand the execution of the death row prisoner Jowd to be carried out tonight. Lynn says the execution is a mistake, and I believe her, so I'm paying the kidnappers' hideout a visit to see what I can find out about the abduction. The funny thing is, I just did episode 1 of my Bochi the Rock episode today, and webcam worked fine. So of course when I do live stream, apparently there's an issue. Your instincts was right. Beauty, my dear. They had the restaurant surrounded. It took me forever to shake them, and now my poor bike is ready for the scrap heap. Next time, maybe you should make it a tricycle so you don't hurt yourself. Oh, that hurts, Beauty, but that's okay. That's what I love about you. Step on me. I knew it! I knew there was a person in there. I had a feeling when I was like, I saw them lugging around that. I was like, I bet there's somebody in there. Be a little bit more gentle with our valuable hostage, please. Yes, yes. Always keep a smile on a lady's face, right, my dear? Oh, that's weird, because last time they did, like, a recording to make it look like they had the Justice Minister's daughter. But they actually have her? There, see that, Beauty? Now there's a smile blooming on your face, too, my dear. Yes, a wry smile. Oh, Xenobit, what game are you... What game just came out that you want to play? Thank you for tuning into the live stream, especially with my webcam not working. Hopefully it's still enjoyable. But yeah, what game was it that you were going to play? I'm going out for a breath of fresh air. You're on guard duty. All right, I'll dream of you until you return. Why don't you open the trunk for our guest? I will, Beauty. I was just taking a little breather. All right, little lady, let me open that trunk for you. And immediately, wow. Wow, okay. It looks like the Justice Minister's daughter really has been kidnapped. Something else is bothering me, too. I don't think I've ever been in this room before, but something about it is giving me a strange sense of deja vu. I've seen something like this before. Alright, so it looks like there's a lot of stuff that we can mess around with. Okay, let's Taking something precious to manipulate others, so that's what kidnapping is. The dirty tricks those without the powers of the dead come up with. However, if I take that precious thing back, their power vanishes, doesn't it? Now then, time to see how the Justice Minister's little girl is doing, before this guy wakes up from his dream of beauty. Alright, obviously, calling is not going to do anything, so let's see what we can do here. We can open the door, burn the candle, swing the decoration. Okay, let's maybe try burning this and see if we can, like, burn something down. Ah, there we go, perfect. And now we can get that attached to the fan, and we can make our way over to the other side of the room. Oh, swing that first. Darn. Okay, so yeah, about the room looking familiar, is it something about, like, kind of, it looks almost like a Rube Goldberg machine a little bit, right? Like there's a lot of stuff set up. I'm trying to think of, like, the room that I've seen like this before. It looks similar to the room in the basement, the contraption room that had, that Lynn got shot when she walked in. I don't know if that's it, though. Darn. I can't reach my destination from here. Alright, let's see what we can do over here. Oh, we can move this scone. This is one of those things you light with fire, isn't it? As long as there's light in the room, something like this really necessary? But if something can be lit, it kind of makes me want to light it. I need another core to reach the trunk and open it. I wonder if I could create a new core. Alright, so I have to get that fire over here somehow. So let's see. Okay. So that doll, that looks like that can be lit. I gotta get the fire over here, though. Is there a way I can get... Hold on. There's all this stuff over here I didn't check out. Let's try that. So scroll down here. Hopefully there's nothing I get as stuck on as... Oh, there we go. We can. Oh, no, but we can't, though. Shoots. That's right. I tried that. That didn't work out. Yeah, hopefully there's nothing I get as stuck on as I did last week with that damn prison escape, which is the most frustrating thing. Oh, my goodness. That one was just pure timing, though. Okay, so let's spin that faster. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, and we can open that door, right? So we can just knock that ball over, and then we should be able to get to all the stuff that I can't get to right now. Okay, there we go. Open. So far, so, okay. Yep, there we go. There we go. We should be able to get to that stuff now. And it helps with this one, too, that it's just kind of easy breezy. Like, there's no timer. I can just kind of do things at my pace. Aha, here we go. So, balance toy spin. What does this do? Okay, it doesn't really do... Okay, so it shows me what I can do with it, but obviously nothing too helpful right now. Ooh, party popper fire. Let's do that. Oh, and it's snagged. It snagged on that. Excellent. Then again, do I want to wake him up? I don't think I do. Except... then he'd be able to open up the trunk. Just my imagination, that's all he has to say. What an amazingly simple fellow. This room, on the other hand, is starting to look amazingly festive. The question is, how can I use it to my advantage? Oh, there we go. Okay, okay, we got something now. Just my imagination. Look, that thing goes spinning. How can I make use of that? I think I've got an idea of what I can do here. Maybe... will that thing get snagged? Oh, it's... oh, okay, it's pulling that up. Oh. Okay, that didn't really do anything. Darn it, I thought I had something there. I think I'm getting ahead of myself. Oh. Oh, I can rock that. Okay, let's try that. Something's building up here. The shelf is suspended by very thin cords. They look like they're about to break. I bet it would be quite a spectacle if it fell. If something could break it. Kind of makes me want to break it. Let's see what happens if we spin this faster. Okay, so nothing right now. Oh. But if we do that... Hey! Yes? Oh. Okay, we got fire over there. Now we just need... Okay. So this is good, this is good. Okay. Can I do anything with that? No. Okay. What happens if I raise this now? Oh, the music stopped. That means I did something good. Okay. Oh, it's gonna light that. Okay. And then... Excellent. There we go. Now we can get to the... Now we can get over here. Okay. That was not too bad. It's nice to have a nice Oh. Sorry, guys. We are gonna ignore that. Sorry, I'm waiting on a potentially important call today. But that is not it. Okay, so let's get down to there. Nasal clock. Open! There we go. Wait, whoa! Oh, that's... Oh, what's her name? She's just chilling. She's just chilling. That's... Wait, that's not the girl. That's not the daughter of the Justice Minister. What in the... Or is it? I was thinking that was Joud's daughter. No, like the other girl is the girl that was, like, sick in the apartment with the mom who is, like, the author. What's going on? This little lady is... Twisteroony. Is this little lady really a daughter of the Justice Minister? I love how nonplussed she is. She's just so... okay with everything? Camilla! That's her name. Yes, Camilla. She's like, been there, done that. You know, I already got my house broken into tonight, so what's a little bit of a kidnapping? What's with the fun book and juice? Like I said, always keep a smile on a lady's face. I wanted to treat our guest well. How about treating me well? I'd like some bread and milk, please. At your service, my dear. Be back in a flash. Hey, mister? Yes, cute little lady? More juice, perhaps? All you have to do is ask. Have I been kidnapped? I mean, I would say so. You got shoved into a trunk and, you know, got left with some strangers. Don't cry, little dear. There's nothing to be afraid of. The surroundings are miserable and filthy, I know, but we just ask for a little patience. Don't say those awful things about this house. This house is where I used to live. What? Wait, what? What? That can't be a coincidence. I apologize, little lady. I'm the one who's miserable and filthy. Forgive me. What's the meaning of this beauty? Why here at this girl's old house? Don't ask me. It was the other party in our deal who chose this location. Oh, I see. It's been empty for 5 years, and apparently nobody ever comes here. But never mind that. What about my bread and milk? Of course. Now, you be a good girl while I'm gone. I can't make... Okay, all the connections are just too much, so they just happen to bring her to her old house. They kidnapped her instead of the Justice Minister's daughter. Was there like a mix-up? Do they not know what she looks like? You just read your book and drink your juice. I want to go home. Not quite yet. She's like, alright. This dilapidated place was Camilla's old house? What's going on here? Oh, wait, we can... Wait, what in the world? Why does the little lady have a core of the dead? She hasn't died, has she? I know Missile died. Camilla hasn't died yet, or has she? When I helped her out at Lynn's apartment, she didn't have one. So that must mean she died at some point? She must have died sometime after that. And that also means somebody else must have saved her. Well, the plot thickens. I'd better ask her what happened. Who's there? Oh, wait a minute. Is that you, Missile? Missile. I'm sorry. I'm not Missile. My name's Sissel. Close. Sissel? My name is Camilla. Camilla. So it is her. I knew it. What happened to me? What is this place? I can hardly tell the poor little thing that this is the land of the dead. The land of the dead? Does that mean I'm dead? Darn, I forgot there are no secrets in the ghost world. You can relax. You're not dead. But this isn't the first time you've been here, apparently. Really? I don't remember. Wait a minute. Maybe I do remember. Sort of. You do? It looks like she doesn't remember being saved very well. So there's some other dead person out there with special powers, eh? Anyways, maybe it's Ray. Maybe he showed up at some point and saved her from the dead. I don't want to press her if she doesn't remember dying. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about something else? Sure, go ahead, Sissy. That's not a great nickname. Sissy, eh? Lynn asked me to do something for her tonight. I know about that part. She asked you to go to the chicken kitchen on Dead End Drive, right? Yeah, but I never got there. Now I wish I could say I'm sorry to her. I never should have gone through that park. What park? Temsick Park. Wait a minute, Temsick. I think that was mentioned at the very, very beginning of the game, wasn't it? They said something about Temsick would be important. It's a shortcut to Dead End Drive. Oh, and you know what? I bet, because everything is probably connected, I bet that's the same park that that Lynn had that incident with all those years ago, and then Detective Jowd saved her. Is that where the kidnappers grabbed you? Yeah, Lynn always said, I don't like that park. Yeah, it is too. Scary things happen there. Temsick Park, eh? What am I going to do? Lynn's going to be mad. She is? How come? Because I left it there. The music box in the park. Oh, that's right, the music box. That music box was hidden in the apartment. I finally found it with a little bit of luck and courage. Guess where it was? I don't know. Where? I'll pretend I don't know. You know. You don't have to humor me. Oops. So, what happened to the music box? I hid it in the bushes at the park just before it happened. Just before you were kidnapped, huh? I didn't want the bad man to take it, so I hid it. I bet it's still there in the park. You did well. So the music box is in the park. I'd better let Lynn know. This is your old house? Yep, this is where we lived until 5 years ago. But now I live with Lynn and Missile. Lynn is like a big sister to you, isn't she? Yep, she's a detective, you know. She's a hero. She is, huh? I'm guessing, like, maybe when Detective Jowd, like, he went to prison, maybe he asked Lynn to, like, hey, since his wife is dead, maybe she could look after Camilla. Again, I'm sure Lynn would do whatever she could to, like, pay back the man who saved her life. By the way, about your father. Is he the Justice Minister? My father is gone. I'm saying, I bet. She's saying gone. Well, shit, I guess everything I just said, is that incorrect? Gone? Maybe he passed away? I was so sure, I'm like, that's his daughter. Oh, nope, that's not it. My dad, he's going to die. It is. Yep, that's Detective Jowd's daughter. It's all because of me. What? What do you mean because of me? Why would you say that? It's called an execution. My dad is a detective. No way, don't tell me your father is Detective Jow, because it's always the case with these games. There are basically like 10 people, and everything just is all connected to those 10 people. That's right. What in the world? 5 years ago, something really bad happened. Like a scary dream. But it wasn't a dream. 5 years ago. The murder case. It was Mom's birthday that day. Okay, we're finally gonna get some, like, information into this. We're finally gonna get the details. It was Mom's birthday that day. My mom and dad were working and I was home by myself. And then I had an idea. I was going to surprise my mom. Oh, shit. I set up that contraption. Did you kill your mom? So that's why there was all that, like, decorative stuff, you know? It's just like, it looked like a party. I'm home, Camilla. So she killed her mom? What? There's the gun. Okay. The exact same way that Lynn died. Camilla, maybe you should have... maybe you should have done a test run on that contraption. Somehow I doubt that that was all her. Like, why would she attach it to a gun? And then her... What? Mom, did her dad, like, take the fall for it? Or did he, like, not realize that Camilla did? I'm guessing he probably realized and took the fall for Camilla. I still can't believe it happened. It wasn't supposed to work like that. I know that contraption. And I know how it was supposed to work. Party poppers and a cake. A birthday message. Or maybe she kept quiet and didn't tell her dad. Oh, my dad told me not to tell anybody. Okay, so he took the fall for her. Just leave it to me, he said. Aww. Of course we knew he was a good guy. He didn't kill his wife. And that's why he was, like, so tight-lipped about it. My dad wanted to be executed. He asked them for it. But I wanted to tell everybody it was my fault. My dad said what I saw was a bad dream. He told me to forget it. This is all so unbelievably tragic. I can't believe it. This little lady is Detective Jowd's daughter? I just can't tell her. I can't tell her why she was kidnapped. Why was I kidnapped? I want to know. He's like, God damn it, right, no secrets. Oops. There's no secrets in the ghost world. Maybe we'd better stop talking. It's too dangerous. Sissy, you're not going to talk to me anymore? I think we'd better get you out of here first. We can talk more after that. Okay, but I'm going to rescue you now. You just hold on a little longer, alright? Okay, but we'll talk later, right? Don't forget, you promised, Sissy. I promised no such thing. Alright, so I gotta find some way to get her out of here. What took you so long? I traveled the entire town in search of the finest bread and milk for you, my dear. But it's late and all the shops are closed. We're leaving this place right now. What? But he's not here yet. If we couldn't meet at the restaurant, weren't we supposed to meet here? Didn't they say that they were, like... Did someone say that they were going to be meeting, Sissel? Is he behind this and he doesn't realize it? Or is it, Cabanella? I still don't trust Cabanella. Yes, and he's the one who chose this location. I don't like this one bit. We have to run around doing all this extra work all for the sake of his deal. Be quiet. It can't be helped. This place is too dangerous. I told you, my sixth sense is very strong. They're gonna take Camilla? Alright, as you wish, Beauty. I feel it. I sense something here in this room. Hey, once again, Camilla just chilling. Is somebody there? Can you hear me? Is she talking to me? I can sense your presence, you know. The next time I sense you, this child will die. Remember that. Well. Okay, so interesting. She does indeed have a sixth sense. Did she die at some point? Is that why she, like, knows that there's a ghost here? Alright, we're leaving. Pardon me, little lady. It's like, we're just gonna scoot you back in there. There we go. What kind of gentleman are you? Let her leave her book behind. Tisk tisk. Okay. There's probably going to be like the final chapter, everything is going to connect. Like there's just going to be that big aha moment. All of a sudden, I left behind alone in the room that stole this little lady's smile away 5 years ago. The little lady's gone now, leaving me with only a few new facts. A few very heavy, very sad facts. Does Lynn know about all this? One other thing stands out in my mind. I can sense your presence, the sum of that kidnapper's final words. Do those two know? Do the kidnappers know about the powers of the dead? I'm guessing they probably know exactly who they have, because they just pretended to have the Justice Minister's daughter. Because they had the recording. They probably, I mean, the fact that they brought her, the person wanted her brought here, Camilla, in her old home. Like, there's got to be a reason for that. Okay, that one was easy. So hopefully the next one will also, apparently the next chapter is also, like, not too bad. No comment about the ones after that, which make me a little worried, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. It looks like the kidnappers made a big mistake. The girl in the trunk was Detective Zhao's daughter, Camilla, not the minister's daughter. Oh, so maybe it was just a mistake. They honestly don't know. When I got back to the Justice Minister's office, things were getting even more out of hand. The devastated man was being grilled by the fiery detective lady. Damn, Lynn! I told Lynn what I had found out about the kidnapping, that it wasn't the Justice Minister's daughter who had been abducted. That the kidnappers had been holed up in Camilla's old house, and that they had sensed my presence and were already gone. Camilla? But why do they have Camilla? Her father isn't the stupid old Justice Minister. I think the stupid old part is a little uncalled for. It looks like the kidnappers made a mistake somehow. The poor girl, kidnapped for the ransom of her own father's execution. It's just too much. It's a cruel twist of fate, I agree. And then there are the other twists too, like the kidnappers winding up and using Camilla's old house as their hideout. There's no way it could just be a coincidence. And them sensing my presence. They seem to know about the powers of the dead. I just don't understand any of it. I told you before, Detective. I want you to stand back. She's like, do you want me to go get that sword over there? I'll go get it. Who cares about distance at a time like this? Look, Mr. Minister, it wasn't your daughter that was kidnapped. Don't try to pretend you didn't hear what we were saying. How can I believe in you? I'm a realist. Please. If you don't believe what you say, or what we say, just see for yourself. Call home, and I tried calling 100 times. My wife won't answer. She won't? It's complicated. Why does life have to be such a complicated thing? But if she doesn't answer, doesn't that mean everything is normal? Right, you think that, like, if the girl was kidnapped, that the wife would call him and tell him that. It doesn't prove it. I'm being watched. I can't have the police go check for me. Besides, the execution isn't carried out tonight. The hostage will be killed. What difference does it make that it's not my daughter? Lynn is stuck between a rock and a hard place. Woo-wee, that's quite a pickle, Mr. Minister. Quite a pickle. Oh, that's Cabanella. I can tell even just by the way he talks. Miss me, baby? Please stop calling her baby, please. Inspector Cabanella. He's funny, but he also gives me the ick at the same time. But he's entertaining. I have a little report for you, Mr. Minister. Oh, thank you. Sorry, Wizington, I just saw your message. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're liking the Higurashi playthrough. And thank you for thinking I'm cool. And I hope you're enjoying the live stream of this game too. The escaped prisoner has been apprehended. I thought you might like to see him, so here he is. Detective Zhao. Detective Zhao, I'm so sorry. I tried. I know that you're innocent. I just can't prove it. Something to do with the music box, right? There's something in the music box proving that he's innocent. I'm so sorry. Lynn, please don't apologize to me. Ah, the beautiful love between a teacher and student. It brings a tear to my eye. Alright, let's see what we can do here. You knew, didn't you, Inspector Camilla, that the execution was tonight? I don't believe I had any obligation to tell you. And you're fine with this? I mean, you know as well as I do. Detective Jowd could never have done such a thing. Oh, come on now, baby. I know no such thing. Huh? I know two things to be true, and two things only. One, he was given the death penalty, and two, he tried to escape. What else could I do but haul him in, baby? If that's the case, why did you bring him here? Whatever do you mean, young lady? He escaped from prison, right? So why didn't you just take him back to the prison? I'm glad Camilla didn't take him back to the prison, because then I'd have to try and get him out again, and we are not doing that level again. No, 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 we are not. I think you only brought him here to brag about your accomplishment. Isn't that right, Inspector? She's finally seeing him for who he is, for your own selfish reasons. Oh god, he's gonna try and kill Lynn too. Again. Lynn's probably gonna die at least one more time before we're done this game. So, were all the rumors about you true? That the only thing you care about is a spotless record? Is that more important to you than saving a friend? I bet you that his white jacket is gonna get dirty, like, right at the end to prove the whole thing about him being, like, his spotless record is, like, it's been tainted. He's dirty now. It's giving me the same, like, as Manfred von Karma, where he was, like, bragged about how he had, like, a perfect, like, conviction rate. And, like, he never lost. Everybody has a certain principles that they can't go back on, including me. You'll understand that someday, baby. That's enough, Lynn. But, Detective Jowd, I'm a death row inmate who escaped from prison. This is how it should be. But, well, he did say he wants to be executed, right? Because he wants to make sure that his daughter, they never find out that his daughter was the one who is responsible. But I don't think she really was. There's got to be something else to it. I don't think it's as simple as that. Because nothing in this game is as simple as that, right? Oh gosh, there's a lot of... Holy cow. Okay. Where do we go? Holy cow. Camilla's old house. Courtyard, kitchen, investigation, basement, guard room, kitchen, park. Oh, yeah, that makes sense, right? If we want to make sure that, because we got to prove to the Justice Minister that his daughter's safe. So, that makes sense. Maybe I should have gone back to the chicken kitchen just to see, like, hey, what's going on there? What's going on? Camilla's the one who was kidnapped, but this little girl's bed is empty too. Where could she have gone? Mom seems unbothered by that, while her husband and daughter situation changes from hour to hour. Only the lady's outpouring of words of love continues on without change. I have to admit, I admire her dedication, but I'm worried about her daughter. I'll stop by again to see what's happening. Oh, okay, this wasn't the right place to check? Oh, okay. Where am I supposed to go, then? I guess we'll go bit by... we'll check out a couple of places. I was like, I thought that we needed to find out that the daughter is safe. So... But she's not at the apartment. Scene of a tragedy is once again sealed in silence. The tragedy 5 years ago. And the tragedy tonight. I wonder where the little lady is now. If only I could have put a smile back on her face before the day dawns. Okay. Thank you, Ian. So I have to talk to... Okay, I got ahead of myself. I have to talk to the Justice Minister. So I guess I was kind of on the right path, but I just... I jumped ahead. Okay. Alright, let's swing back. So I was like, I don't know what the heck to do then. But we know that the daughter's not there. I'm like, well, that's a bit of a problem. My poor, Amelie, is she alright? Actually, the girl who was kidnapped is named Camilla. Why is a dream talking to me in my head again? Wait a minute, Amelie? Could that be Amelie next door? Yes, I think so. And of course, they just happen to be right next, like they live right next to each other, right? Wow, I didn't know the Justice Minister lived next door. No, not me, my wife. It's, complicated. Yeah, I bet it would be pretty hard to admit she left him. No secrets in the world of the dead, right? The minister's wife ran on. Wow, look at that smile. Lynn is savage, man. Ran away on him? Maybe they grew apart. What with him being so busy? Yeah, I bet you're right. Please stop gossiping about me inside my own head. Is there anything else we can say to him? Okay, so maybe we'll talk to Lynn next and see what she has to say. Okay, so, oh, nope. Let's get out of there. We've already talked to him. All right, Camilla, or not Camilla, sorry, Lynn. Let's talk to Lynn. According to what I heard, Amelie was supposed to go to some sort of lesson tonight. Oh, those horrible kidnappers. They were lying in wait for her. But Amelie didn't go out after all. She couldn't. She had a fever. And so the kidnappers grabbed Camilla by mistake. You know, you think that they would have like a picture or something of like the person they're supposed to kidnap. Feels a little bit sloppy. Apparently, Amelie and Camilla are about the same age. The kidnappers must have gotten the two of them mixed up. It's my fault. If I hadn't asked Camilla to do that errand for me, this never would have happened. Right, you asked her to bring the music box. Camilla. Oh, and then apparently I can also talk to Jowd. Ah, excellent. I would have not even noticed that. I would have just been like, okay. So, Mr. Ghost, we meet again. I hear something happened. Something about a kidnapping. Some kidnappers are saying that they abducted the Justice Minister's daughter. That's terrible. What's their demand? The carrying out of your execution, tonight. Ha! I had no idea I was so hated, but the Minister doesn't have to worry. I die and it's all over. Very simple. It's not that simple. Why not? Because it isn't really the Minister's daughter who got kidnapped. Oh shit, he doesn't realize. Yeah, it's his daughter. It's Camilla. What? Camilla? I checked it out for myself. I'm positive. No, it can't be. Oh, now all of a sudden he cares. By the way, Camilla told me something interesting. She said the one who killed her mother 5 years ago was Camilla herself. What? What are you talking about? Don't listen to him. I'm the one who shot her. I'm the one who shot Alma. And when I'm executed tonight, that will be the end of it. Camilla won't have to suffer any more after tonight. For a capable detective, you say some incredibly misguided things. You dying isn't going to end that girl's suffering. Oh, hey, Revealing Storm, welcome. Glad you could join us. Yeah, and sorry, as people can tell, my webcam crapped out pretty much immediately after I started recording, so that's cool. So hopefully everybody will be okay with, you know, just this. Hopefully next week will go better once I hopefully get my phone working as my webcam. We'll see about that. You dying isn't going to end that girl's suffering. It will just bring her new suffering. The only person's pain this execution is going to ease is yours. Is this true, what Camilla said? Why don't you tell us what you know? Okay, I like this. We're getting a lot more information from these past couple of chapters already. To be honest, I still don't understand what happened that day. It was my wife's, Alma's birthday. We came home from work and she went in first. Mom, what was that noise? I looked for the shooter, but there was nobody to be found. There was nobody there besides Alma and Camilla, just the two of them. So the little lady's mother died right in front of her. My, that's so horrible. Camilla told me about it. She was crying. She said the contraption she made did something it wasn't supposed to do. Made an impossible move. Oh shit! Does that mean... Oh, maybe Ray? Because I'd mentioned Ray before, like, he's just been a background character that, like, we haven't seen since, like, chapter 2 or 3. An impossible move. Doesn't that sound like somebody who might have the powers of the dead? Who maybe manipulated something? Yeah, I don't think Camilla was responsible for this. I think somebody... Yeah, somebody did something to that. An impossible move? That's all we do in this game is impossible moves. It's been 5 years since then. I stopped thinking about it. I shot Alma. There's no other explanation. That's what I'm I'd convinced everybody of, even me. But tonight, you showed up and gave me an explanation I never would have thought of before. The powers of the dead, right? That day in that room, powers I didn't understand were at work. If that's the case, it clears up all the mysteries. Maybe not all. There are a couple of other people who know about those powers. Is somebody there? Can you hear me? I can sense your presence, you know. So only she can do it, not, what was his name? Dandy? The kidnappers who abducted Camilla knew about those powers. This is no ordinary kidnapping. It looks like my wife's case isn't coming to an end after all. I'm the only one who thought it was. Detective Jowd, there's still time before dawn. A little, anyway. How about you see this case through to the end before you die? And there's still the whole thing. We still don't know what the connection is between Jowd and Sissel. Because he knows Sissel from before he died. He was painting a picture of him. Camilla was a quiet little girl, but she was good with her hands. She was a little genius at making elaborate toys and contraptions. But there were two very strange points about that contraption. The first was, of course, the firing of the gun. Right, that was an antique gun I'd had on display for years. So it wasn't part of the little lady's original design. Of course it wasn't. It was supposed to be a surprise for her mother's birthday. And the other strange point was the movement of that Cupid. Cupid? And somebody had it set up to do the exact same thing. It was almost like a, you know, this is like a recreation of what happened. And the only person who would have been able to do that, it feels like somebody who knew about this beforehand. It was supposed to shoot its arrow without turning around. Somebody made a change to the contraption's design and then manipulated it. I don't know what to say. I didn't have time to think things through then. All I knew was I had to protect Camilla. I made a small adjustment to the scene and turned myself in. What kind of adjustment? The gun, of course. The gun, eh? Come to think of it. Oh, good point. Yeah, it wasn't even... Yeah, okay. There was no gun, just a picture hanging on the wall. Of course not, because I secretly switched the gun out of that frame with the picture. Right? Yeah, like somebody recreated that almost exactly in a completely different place. Like it was in the basement of like the shed over in the junkyard. It was almost like a thing like we know what happened that night. And it was like perfect, right? It was like the whole thing with the gun, the Cupid. Yeah, I'm thinking too, yeah. Xenobit agrees with me. I'm thinking it's Ray. Ray has something to do with this. I didn't believe what she told me about her contraption, but one thing was for certain. That gun was still smoking. So the gun really did shoot Alma. I hid the gun before I went to the police. You hid it? I put it in a wooden box and gave it to a certain detective. And that gun showed up later. You mean that detective still thinks it's a music box? Oh shit, so that's what was in the box. I got a different murder weapon ready to give to the police. My own pistol. That's right, they said she was shot with the detective's pistol. And I did a few other things to make it look good. I won't go into details. Ah, shit. When I was all done, I turned myself in. Okay, that's it for now. Well, we're getting a lot of information already, and we're not even an hour in. This is very interesting. Detective Jowd, is what you told us just now true? Of course. In that case, there's still time. Still time? Time to solve the case that started 5 years ago. You didn't do it, Detective Jowd, and of course, little Camilla didn't do it either. So the true perpetrator is still out there, and I'm going to prove it. For Camilla's sake. That sounds wonderful. Yeah! Alright. Thank you, Detective Jowd. Lynn, where's that music box now? In Temsic Park. Camilla left it there. That gun is important evidence. You'd better go pick it up. Good point. Gobster says, Cabanella must be wondering what's going on. I think time freezes while they do that, but it is still hilarious that it's just like, yeah, they're having a conversation to each other when all of that was going on, like, in their heads, and he's just like, what now? Yes, sir. I'll go right now. Sissel, take care of Detective Jowd. And there she goes, like, calling out to somebody who isn't there. And do something about the kidnapping so we can get the minister on our side. And yet again, I say, easy enough for you to say. What's going on? Deal me the deal, Mr. Death Row inmate. A little change in plans. My daughter's been kidnapped. I can't just go off and die without doing something. But you're not in, you're in our custody, don't forget. He doesn't even seem surprised about the fact that his daughter was kidnapped, right? Like, he's not even like, oh, shit. Sorry to hear that. Back at the prison, everybody's waiting for you with a special seat just for you, baby. Then I guess we'd better prove my innocence on the double. On the double, is it? You sound so determined, my old friend. I want to save Camilla in more ways than one, and that's all there is to it. I see, my old friend, in more ways than one. What say you, Mr. Minister? May we have your decision? Should the execution be carried out tonight, as planned, or should we hold off and wait for that important evidence to come in? The order still stands. Bring the prisoner back immediately and resume its enforcement. I swear to God, if they make me have to break Jout out again, I quit. As you wish, Your Excellency. Please don't bow down to me, and especially not that low. In that case, can I have one of your boys arrange a prison van to pick him up? Would you be so kind? Yes, sir. Why does everybody walk in this game so strangely? And he just brings a chair with him. Alright. Where did that even come from? The van should take about 10 minutes, I'm guessing. Your escape tonight was brilliant. Will you show me another miracle in these last few minutes of yours, Mr. Death Row inmate? Alright, so now maybe we can finally, like, go and check up on the daughter. I'm glad to see Detective Jout fired up, but I feel like I'm under the gun here. Even if Lynn does come through with the proof of Jout's innocence, it will be meaningless if Jout or Camilla dies. And then we show up, and then Lynn's just died again. Like, God damn it, Lynn! I've got to do something about that kidnapping somehow. Of all the people to die, I would put it more on Lynn to die than any of these guys. Maybe I should ask for some advice from the capable detective? Most likely, the minister won't stop the execution. Not as long as there's any small chance his daughter is the one who was kidnapped. So that's where you have to prove that she wasn't. But she isn't the one, I'm sure of it. Well, it'd be great if we could prove that to the minister. Prove it? How? I doubt his wife is ever going to answer that phone if we call from here. If we call from here, right, but a telephone works in both directions. What are you saying? What I'm saying is only family members can solve a family problem. Mr. Ghost? Yes? I have to admit, I don't like depending on others. But you're the only one who could change the situation. Gee, detective. For these past 5 years, Camilla's the only thing that kept me going. I can't go meekly to the chair now. I hate to ask this, but would you mind saving me? I'll try. Unless it's breaking you out, then no. I did that once. The key to getting the Justice Minister to stop the execution is his wife and daughter. But is there a way? Oh, I think there is. It's probably pointless to talk to him. We'll probably have to just make sure, like, you know, his daughter is going to be the one, or his wife is going to be the one to have to, like, verify for him. That's the only way he's going to know. Excuse me, Mr. Minister? I can't hear you, la la la. I'm sure you heard everything we've been saying. Are you telling me you don't believe any of it? Let me speak plainly. I don't trust you. But, wow, I only saved your life, buddy. But there's somebody else who I trust even less. Oh, who's that? Me. I can't explain your existence. It's not normal, but I'm pretty abnormal myself. You don't say. So maybe you're a figment of my imagination, a delusion. Would you listen to a delusion? To be honest, I have no idea what you're talking about. I got the bit about you not trusting me, though. Good. Alright. Let's get out of here. And make that call. Hopefully we did it right now. Hopefully this will work. We'll see. Oh, okay. She's here now. She's here. Just as I thought. This little girl is safe in her bed. But she was gone at one point, right? Maybe she just was, like, at the washroom or something. She wasn't there the last time I got here. Murder, execution, jailbreak, betrayal, and now kidnapping. This last link in the long chain of a sad fate lit a fire in Jout's heart, and the chance to turn it all around is right here in this room. I'm getting a strange premonition. Everything that happened so far tonight is related back to me in some way, and I bet this mistaken-ridden abduction does too. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, chapter 12, that was basically just a lot of information. I mean, I'm okay with this. Alright. Let's see what chapter 13 has in store for us. I visited the novelist's apartment again. I'm hoping to be able to do something about this mistaken identity kidnapping. As long as there's any possibility that it could be his own daughter who was kidnapped, I doubt the Justice Minister will call off the execution tonight. The key to dispelling the Minister's doubts is now in bed, coughing, and I need to use this key before that prison van arrives to pick up our death row. So we got 10 minutes before that van shows up. I mean, it's not like Jout's gonna die right away, but we are on limited time here. My darling angel, oh, just listen to that cough. You naughty thing. Did you leave your nice warm bed to go into the night and play? A daughter after my own heart, but I must confess, I didn't even notice you were gone. Yeah, you don't exactly seem like the most, I don't know, the best mother. I didn't go out to play. I went to buy Papa a birthday present. I think we can tell who the favorite, parent is. He said he wanted a new lighter. But that's no reason to go out this late at night. Also, like, I'm pretty sure a kid wouldn't be able to buy a lighter. I don't know where they live, but lighters, aren't they usually kind of like age-restricted things? But my fever finally went down. I could barely move before that. But look what it brought you. Your fever is worse now than ever. I still have a feeling the mom made that daughter sick. I just can't shake that feeling. It feels like she's just using the daughter as like a bargaining chip for the husband, or just to like make him feel bad. Here's to the feverish passion of my darling angel. Mama? Yes, darling? Let's call Papa and wish him a happy birthday, even though it's already past midnight. Not tonight, Amelie. Does the mom know something about this whole thing with, like, the kidnapping and stuff? Like, why is she so against having the dad know that she's there, unless she just hates the dad that much that she's like, no. It looks like the little girl was safe all along. I already knew that, but I'm still relieved all the same. There's another lucky development, too. Amelie wants to call her father. Now, if I could just make use of that feeling somehow, that would surely bring the Justice Minister around. I mean, it's right here. It seems pretty simple. We just gotta get the phone over to her. Oh, okay, we got the lighter. Let's try lighting it. Oh, well, that's easy. Chapter over. The phone. Oh, no. Of course it couldn't be that easy. Damn it, the mom's probably gonna take the phone and, like, move it over that way, so we're gonna have to find a way to get the daughter. To get that phone. Amelie, I told you couldn't call him tonight. Why not? Listen to me, Amelie. Your father's about to make a big mistake. I want him to reconsider. Oh, what do you know about it, Mama? He's the one who's the Justice Minister, you know. All you do is write weird novels. Uh-oh. Oh, no. She's gone Super Saiyan. What do you mean weird? How dare you disparage my romantic expressions? Now you've really made me angry. You really have. How do you expect me to forgive such an insult? Well, okay. At least she didn't bring it. I thought she was going to bring it over with her to the desk. But, okay, we can work with this. We can work with this. I hate you. Oh, god damn it. She's just right there. She's watching. There. I'll be keeping my eye on you now, so you won't do anything else mischievous. If only we had Missile. Then we could... Oh, Missile! Maybe we can... Oh, maybe we can go into the... back over to the apartment, because she gets all mad when Missile starts barking. So, Missile's alive, right? We can just go and get Missile, and then he can start barking, and then distract, and then we can get the phone over to her. calling your father. I hate you. I can hear you, you know. Oh, what a pair. I don't know what this family's issues are, but I do know I have to do something about this lady, so Amelie can call. Alright, so that didn't do anything. Waste bucket, open. Turn the knob. I better not put out the lamp right now. It'll only pour oil on the flames of anger in this lady's heart. If I want to give Amelie a chance to use the telephone, I have to think of a way to keep her mother out of the way. Missile! Missile! Let's see if we can get over to the other apartment. Oh goodness, look at the time. As I bask in my tale of love, time has been moving on at the speed of light. So even though she's immersed in love, she can still hear this, eh? But this won't buy enough time for her daughter to make a phone call. There must be something else I can distract her with. Oh, there's the mouse from before. Can I talk to the mouse? He's got a little... I was like, I thought he had a core to him. Okay, that's not really doing anything. Oh, maybe I have to chime it so that she notices the rat and is like, ah, I'm scared. Oh, she noticed it. Okay. Ah, she's not scared. Well, well. Having a good time, are we, little rodents? Sweet dreams. Oh, damn. Oh, as if I couldn't hate this woman to eat. Ugh. She just killed it. Oh my goodness. Did you fancy the vintage, my whiskered friend? Wow. Damn. Shitty mom kills an innocent little rat. Awful. She's more powerful than I thought. It looks like she tipped the wall candelabra to one side too. The angle of those candles. I get the feeling I've seen something very similar to that quite recently. Yep, we just gotta we got the lighter down here, so we gotta figure out something here. Oh! Okay, well, I mean, if he wasn't dead before, he's definitely dead now. Damn. Oh heavens, a blackout at a critical time like this? Of course, dim lights suit the story of love very well, but I myself am not very fond of the dark. This chandelier just narrowly missed the back of my head. I love the thrill of romance, but I don't need these kinds of thrills, thank you. Okay, so maybe we need to get rid of the flames, and then if it's dark, maybe she could... Oh, I don't know. What a wonderful atmosphere. Perfect for a clandestine meeting in the dusky twilight. Alright, let's see what we can do with this. I don't exactly know how the situation came about, but I think I owe the rat an apology. The rat seems to be... Oh my gosh, it's just unconscious? But now that the room has changed into this, maybe I could use it. Oh, this poor rat, man. He's getting the worst deal of all of them. Oh, okay. So I can turn so he can go down. Or not. He's just kind of dangling. Oh, there's more over here. I can't get to it. Okay, let's try turning the crank. What a naughty chandelier. Maybe I can knock her out with it. She said it almost hit the back of her head, right? Oh! What was that? That fucking Matrix. She like dodged like the Matrix. Okay. Alright, I think I'm on the right. I think I just need to time it right. Let's try it again. Oh, damn! This woman is like, she's, wow. She's quite agile. Wouldn't have taken her for that. Okay. Oh! Okay, that works. We got her stuck. We got the bitch stuck. Alright, nice. Amelie, help! Mama. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. She's like, well, maybe if you had had the phone down where I could get to it, I could call for help. I'm sorry, Mama. I'm too dizzy. I can't get up. Oh, I love this. I'm afraid I can't help you right now. This is great. This is great. Here's to the weakness of my darling angel. This is fantastic. Well, at least there we go. She can't get to Amelie now. The chandelier is on there tighter than her wedding band. She won't be able to escape on her own. Excellent. Excellent. Now what happens if I crank it? Oh, this is amazing. This is fantastic. What is going on? Amelie, look, do you see this? Help me, please. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm too sick. I can't get out of bed. My head is spinning, so I guess you'll just have to stay up there spinning too. This is amazing. It looks like this lady won't be going anywhere for a while. Now the little girl can call her father. Perfect. Oh, gee, she looks like she's just passed out. The only trouble is she can't reach it. I guess I'll just have to deliver it to her. Alright, so we got to... That's right, the angle of those candles. We just got to get some fire there. I saw something very similar, didn't I? Okay. So let's see what we got here. I don't know if the dictionary has anything to do with it. The lady's dictionary. Wasn't this on her desk before? The poor thing. Destined to never be returned to the bookshelves. Looks like we can't use the rat. Just... Oh, shit. Can I burn this woman alive like the witch that she is? Let's see what happens. Oh, wow. This is amazing. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, the rats. Oh, no. This poor mouse is having a real hard time of things. This guy is really going through it. Oh, my goodness. Now I really owe that poor rat an apology, but this might be a really good chance for me, too. I have to get that phone to Amelie. Oh, because his tail is on fire. Okay, hold up, hold up, hold up. Okay, let's get over there. Ah. Okay. Swing harder. There we go. Oh, there we go. And he's going to light that on fire. Yep, yep, yep. Oh, this poor rat. Oh, you poor little thing. Perfect. Oh, that was really easy, actually. That was fun, though. That was a really fun one. What in the world is going on here? I think this is one of my favorite chapters for, like, just the pure comical aspect of it. Not a fan of the rat violence, the violence against rats, but I love she's just accepted her fate. She's just chilling. Oh, goody. Excuse me a minute while I call Papa, okay, Mama? It'll be a moment. Ugh! Don't you dare, Amelie. Yeah, she's definitely in on this. Alright, so we gotta get back over to that phone. Hello, Papa? Amelie, is that you? Of course it is, silly. What did you think? But I heard, they said you were... No, never mind, it's nothing. Silly old Papa. Happy birthday, Papa. Birthday? Oh, right. It was my birthday today, wasn't it? I'm sorry we couldn't celebrate tonight. Thanks to mean old Mama. Oh, your mean old Mama. I mean, your mother. What is she up to right now? She's just hanging out. Well, she's certainly up, all right. My stubborn mother is kind of tied up at the moment. Get me down! She needs to be taught a lesson for causing us so much trouble. No, Amelie. I'm the one who was wrong. Huh? Could you tell your mother I'm sorry? What do you have to be sorry about? I was just about to make a terrible mistake. But it's all right now. Oh, okay. You're still young. There's a lot I can't tell you right now. The job of Justice Minister is very complicated, you see. Okay. But just remember, you're always the most important thing to your mother and me. Did you do something naughty to your mother? If you did, I want you to apologize. Well, technically, she didn't do anything. I don't think I did anything. But okay, I'll apologize. That's a good girl. Okay, Papa, have a good night. I love you. I love you too, Amelie. Good night, sweetheart. There we go. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, we actually get to see him smile instead of just, like, berating himself and just freaking out. Mama? I'm sorry. My goodness, why the sudden change? I guess I was wrong about you. I didn't understand. No, I mean, you're not completely wrong. She is a little bit of a bitch. Oh, Amelie. I thought all you ever did was write those weird novels. That makes me a little sad. Papa said the job of Justice Minister was complicated. Yes, your father's job is very, very complicated and difficult. That's why I couldn't talk to you about most of it. But you're right. I shouldn't treat you like such a little girl anymore. You're growing up after all. Oh my god. Are we actually gonna have like a family? Like we're reuniting families? We're making people talk it out? And we're preventing death? What can't we do? And I promise to stop calling your novels weird and try to actually read them. Maybe you'd better wait until you're a little older for that. Okay. So Amelie, if you're feeling a little more charitable toward your old mama, do you think you could let me down? You know, I would love to do that, but I'm just feeling too dizzy and sick right now. Night-night. Tonight, on this holiest of nights, my deadline, it looks like the only thing pressing on me will be this chandelier. Here's to Papa and Mama's darling angel. Now, is the rat okay, is what I want to know. All of a sudden, everybody's getting along again. It's such an abrupt change. I can't understand it. Is this what family is all about? In any case, the situation has changed dramatically now. I just hope the mysteries of me can be cleared up as quickly as the furrows on the minister's brow. I don't know where Camilla is, but at least now the Justice Minister's doubts are dispelled. I think I'll go back to his office, where everybody's waiting for the prison van. The minister's family now has their smiles and harmony back, but Camilla is still in the hands of the kidnappers. I decided to go back to the Justice Minister's office. Surprisingly, the minister's brow is still just as furrowed as ever, quite unlike a father who's just learned his daughter is safe. He seems to still be in the depths of despair. Well, I think because he realizes someone else has still been kidnapped. The atmosphere in this room is very different now. It seems to have an air of unfocused anxiety. I get the feeling something big is going to happen. I just found out my daughter is safe. I'd like to express my gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for my daughter's sake, and for mine. No need to thank us, Mr. Minister. It was nothing, especially because you literally didn't do anything. What did he do? But one question. I can't help but notice your daughter is safe. And yet, you still look unhappy. How about a little smile for us? Ugh. Of course, there is still the matter of the other kidnapping victim. But is that really the only thing that troubles you, Mr. Minister? Please let me think in peace until the prison van arrives. So he's not planning on calling off the execution, huh? We're gonna have to talk to him about this. I wonder if Lynn is at the park yet. Until we get a report. Guess we'll just have to wait here. This continued distress of the ministers. Is there really something more to it, like the inspector in white said? Hello, Justice Minister. How about you finally admit I do exist? That thank you I expressed, that was meant for you. You're a ghost, aren't you? And you have the power to control and manipulate people, don't you? No, I don't have that kind of power. I can't control you. We've actually known, you know, for quite a while, but I had no idea they were the powers of the dead. Of ghosts. Oh! He's talking about power. Known? Known about what? We know about the existence of someone who could control others, a manipulator. What is this? That's gotta be Ray. I'm guessing that's Ray. That's why your execution order caused me so much anguish, Detective Jowd. Mr. Minister, why don't you just tell us everything you know? I suppose I should. You need to hear it all. All about the huge mistake this foolish man made. There are some cases in this country right now that are under top-secret investigation. Of course, you wouldn't have known about them, Detective Jowd. Right, they don't share too much top-secret information with the inmates in prison. There are 3 prisoners, including you, in the special prison you just escaped from. All 3 cases have certain points in common. They do they? Tell us more. The rock singer who leaked national secrets in his lyrics during a TV broadcast. Oh, so they're talking like they were all manipulated. They believe they're all manipulated by somebody, and that's why they're like they don't see them as harmful like, prisoners, they don't see them as dangerous is because they weren't doing it, of their own volition. The curry-loving fellow who took the chief commissioner hostage at the Metro Police Department. Neither of these men had a motive for their crimes, and both of their crimes were impossible. Impossible? The curry lover had no way of knowing how to infiltrate the commissioner's office, and the rock singer had no way of knowing the national secrets he leaked. A special investigation unit submitted an investigative report to me on them. They concluded these men's criminal acts were not of their own volition. But how could that be? I guess that explains why they're able to have so many things in their, it's so much more lax. They've got more stuff in their cell than most people would have. Is because it's like, well, it's kind of like putting people in, like, a mental health facility, if, like, they're found, innocent, based on, like, they were not in their right mind. The theory that the unit came up with was the existence of a manipulator. A manipulator, huh? That's when the special prison was established as a facility to research that theory. Some unknown power has been at work. These past several years, Inspector Camilla has been studying these cases. He has he? Manipulating somebody into committing a criminal act, according to the inspector. The first case of its kind was a locked room murder involving our nation's best detective. Are you trying to say I was manipulated somehow into shooting Alma? I appreciate the theory, but unfortunately, I don't recall being controlled by anybody. It's just not possible to manipulate another's behaviors like that. My powers certainly don't work on living creatures. That's what I thought when I first heard the theory too. However, I was seriously mistaken, and it proved to be a big mistake. What? You mentioned a mistake. Could you tell us about it? I suppose everybody here has the right to know. Alright, fine. I'll speak out loud so Inspector Camilla can hear this too. There is something I'd like the two of you to hear. It's about a mistake I made. Inspector Camilla, when you first made that report about a manipulator, I'm afraid I didn't believe it at all. Impossible, I thought. Perfectly understandable, Mr. Minister. But I was wrong. That kind of power does exist. And I learned the truth of that firsthand. Oh. What is this? A month ago, I signed the order to carry out Detective Jowd's execution. However, that act wasn't of my own volition. Interesting. I was being controlled. What? You never told me about this, Mr. Minister. So somebody manipulating him to write the order, and then having those kidnappers kidnap the Justice Minister's daughter, or attempt to make sure that he absolutely does it in order to execute Detective Jowd. Yeah. I mustn't sign it. And then, of course, somebody set up that whole thing in the first place to frame Detective Jowd, or at least to make, like, knowing that he would probably take the fall for, Camilla seemingly killing his wife. That's when it started. That's when all my fear, despair, and suffering began. Man, we are getting a lot of information. This has been a very eye-opening couple of episodes, or a couple of chapters. At the time, it didn't even cross my mind that I had been manipulated, and my memory of the event was hazy at best. So, the memory of being manipulated doesn't clearly remain, eh? Signing execution orders is part of a genocide. I wonder, because Lynn, they had the video of her shooting Sissel. Maybe she was being manipulated too, because they've got it on film. At first I was thinking maybe someone had shot him, like, off, but the way that she was, like, kind of shaking, and then she, like, raised the gun, and then at first she shot it to the ground, I think. It's like she was trying to, like, stop herself from doing it. I bet Lynn was being manipulated. Signing execution orders is part of a Justice Minister's job. At the time, I just thought my psyche was rebelling against the task. But the next day it dawned on me. I remembered Inspector Camilla's report on the existence of a manipulator. As a Minister of Justice, I couldn't admit what had happened to me. I only signed the execution order because I was being controlled. If something like that got out, the nation's judicial system would crumble. Besides, I had no evidence to present that I had actually been controlled. So in the end, I couldn't admit to anybody what had happened. I suppose, but it sounds a bit like an excuse. You should have at least told us, Mr. Minister, especially because Camilla believes in it. Yes, I know. I should have. I was running away from the problem. Is that when all this stuff with the wife, like, this is where they were getting upset with each other because he was starting to lose his mind? And then my wife found out I was worried about something. Well, if you go around with an expression like that, I guess it's bound to happen. I explained it to her, and she was dead set against the way I was handling it. If you don't withdraw that order and tell everybody the truth immediately, I'm moving out. So that's where kind of the, it all began. And then with the kidnapping tonight, with it thrust under my nose like that, I could no longer deny my mistake. This manipulator comes upon us from somewhere unseen. That's what I've been... Alright, I'll take back what I said about the wife being a bee. She had her reasons. Still don't approve of her getting angry at her daughter like that, though. That wasn't cool. And also smacking that rat. So she's still a little bit of a bee. Slight redemption, slight redemption. That's why I've been keeping my distance from everyone. So that's why you've been telling people to stay back. I never would have guessed there'd be, like, a manipulator. So there's somebody else besides me with the powers of the dead. I'm fine with that. After all, I already knew about a certain desk lamp, right? Right? What I'm not fine with is the fact that person can control and manipulate living creatures. That's certainly not something I can do. Apparently, different ghosts get different ghost tricks. But I never imagined that tonight I would find out where this kind of power comes from. Where it comes from? Inspector Camilla, this manipulator is a ghost, a departed spirit. A spirit? As a matter of fact, there's a ghost talking to us right now. What? What did you say? Chow, tell me you can hear... don't tell me you can hear this ghost too. I'd say the only person who can't hear him is you. Spirit? Ghost? Gods in heaven. Excuse me, Mr. Minister, I suddenly have some urgent business to attend to. I recommend you think long and hard before making your final decision. So it's interesting that Camilla was the one who brought up the manipulator. I don't know where he stands on this. At first I was thinking like he was a big part of this, but I don't know, maybe he could redeem himself? I still feel like he's got something to do with this. I don't think his hands are clean, especially because they keep talking about his spotless record and how he's like, his whole thing is about trying to climb to the top and he wants everything to be spotless. Trot away. Inspector. Oh, there's Lynn. She's actually alive. This is Lynn. I'm at the park. We've been waiting to hear from you. Have you found the evidence? Well, the situation here is, it's kind of difficult to explain. What happened now? Sissel, if you're there, come to the park immediately. What did you do, Lynn? What happened? There's someone else dead, isn't there? Everywhere Lynn goes, either she dies or someone else is dead, probably. It looks like your help is needed, Sissel. I guess so, huh? I'll talk to them one more time before I head out. I knew, actually, right from the beginning. Knew what? That you saved my life the first time we met tonight. Oh, that. When I talked about that miserable, pathetic, short-sighted, disgraceful man, I knew I was talking about me. Well, that was pretty obvious. I hated who I'd become. But you helped me appreciate the truth. Now I truly understand the wonderful support I've been getting from so many, including that of my loving family. I'm glad to hear that. I'm starting to realize what a lucky man I am, and it's all thanks to you. No, stop it. No, I want to talk to Jowd. Let's sneak around. There we go. I never saw that coming. The minister was being controlled, huh? Truly sorry, Detective Jowd. I have no excuse to offer you. You know, maybe it was for the best. What do you mean? If you had never been manipulated, you never would have believed the power existed. After all, you're a realist, right? It just goes to show you, you never know when even the worst things can turn out good. Detective Jowd, I don't know what to say. Alright, Sissel, you'd better go help Lynn. She's a good kid, but she's got a habit of taking on other people's problems. Yeah, I know. Let's see. She's in Tempsick Park, eh? Alright, let's see what Lynn has gotten herself into this time. Lynn calls, and I oblige. I take off towards Tempsick Park, the place where clearly something big is taking place. The manipulator. The person whose very existence sheds new light on everything. Detective Jowd's crime, the execution orders, and even my own death. Could it be? Could Lynn have been manipulated into shooting me? Yes, that's what I thought! Yes. Could be wrong on that, but that seems like that's the most likely situation. And now I'm going back and trying to think of all the other things that could be caused by some unseen manipulator. Alright, so far, these have been all quite easy and pretty fun. So hopefully Chapter 14 will continue on with that. Tempsick Park, the site of the little lady Camilla's abduction tonight, and the place where an important piece of evidence, the music box, was hidden. Hey, we got the guy from the kitchen. I wonder why our lady detective is looking so dejected. At least she isn't dead, but what did she find? Huh? What's he doing here? La la la, let me spend a moment's time with you, my love. The world will not end if the food delivery is a little late. A little late? It's already ice cold. Alright, people are getting me hyped for this episode. Hopefully you guys, I will agree with you on this one. Come on, where are you? Let's get over there. There we go. Swing harder. Oh, I got this thing spinning pretty fast. I didn't even put much effort into it. There's quite a bit of power and speed for a piece of playground equipment. I can just imagine all the poor kids who get sent flying all over the park. Was I supposed to do all that stuff? I don't even know. Okay, let's try that again. Let's try... Okay, we're gonna try spinning this, and then we'll go over... Okay, gotta go over down here. There we go. Oh, there you are, Sissel. From your dejected expression, I gather. You didn't find what you were looking for? Right, I can't find the music box anywhere. But I found something else. Instead, something horrible. Probably a dead body. Horrible. What is it? Yeah, looks like a body to me. There in the grass. You'd better see it for yourself. She's just completely numb to death now. Don't blame her. It looks like a dead body. I nearly died when I saw it. I mean, wouldn't be the first time. And I suppose now that we found it, we can't just leave it there, can we? Nope, I suppose not. Stop the park from being turned into a housing site. Protect the park, the rock of the gods. You there. You're talking to me, aren't you? I have some leaflets for you. Leaflets I know you'll be very interested in. I urge you to pursue it thoroughly, or peruse it thoroughly, examine it in detail. Dude, do you not realize you're dead? Never mind that right now. Do you remember your name? My name. My name. What does my name matter when there are more important things to worry about? Okay. Come now and study these tracks with me, my brother. Come and learn about the Rock of the Gods with me. The night is no longer young. As a matter of fact, daybreak is approaching. But we are young. Look, I don't have time to get involved in your way of life, but I am interested in your way of death. So, let's go back to 4 minutes before your death. Oh, there's the guy who we saved from crashing into the restaurant, and so I made up my mind. I resolved to live here in this park and defend it. Okay, and what does that have to do with this Rock of the Gods you mentioned? You still don't appear to understand. It's written quite clearly in the 4th leaflet in great detail. Excuse me, but I have to use the restroom. Eek! Okay, so this is the initial kidnapping. I'm coming! Just hold on. I mean, good on him for trying to help out. I've located the target, Beauty. A girl of the right age, coming out of the right apartment building at the right time. Once again, all that would have stopped this if they had had a picture of the person they were trying to kidnap. But anyway, think of how different this all could have gone. Yes, my dear, I'll ever so gently nab her and come right back to your side. I mean, I guess he's a gentleman about the kidnapping, I suppose, but still. Good evening, young lady. Won't you come with me? Still creepy, though. Eek! Oh, gods, what do I do? What should I do? I have to do something. Wait, what? What the? What? What? Wait, what in the world? What just happened? Oh, that's Mino. Mino? Mino, the mascot, the symbol of Temsic Park. Forget about the name of that big creepy lump of concrete. I'm talking about the way it changed direction. Did you see that? Yes, yes I did. We witnessed it with our own eyes. The power of the Rock of the Gods. That was the power of the gods. The power of the gods saved that little girl. And then the same power very deliberately crushed you instead. Yes, yes, precisely. That is called the mischief of the gods. Oh. Hi. Was it the mischief of the gods, or was it a ghost trick? But nah, it couldn't have been a ghost trick. No ghost trick could change the direction of something that heavy in midair. But wait a minute. What if there was somebody with much greater powers? I mean, we do know that they're out there. There's a manipulator. Camilla said she had died already, right? Because like that we were able to, because she had the core, we were able to talk with her. So I mean, she almost got crushed by that thing. So obviously, she had her life saved. All right, let's check this whole business out. Look at that. There's another flame besides mine. Oh, so that's the flame of a god, is it? But hold on. Your spirit is a flame too, isn't it? Yeah, so? Pardon me, but are you a god? I sincerely doubt it. At the last minute, that big lump of concrete made a huge swing to one side. That was probably that flame's doing. Who could it be? I definitely believe it's either a god or somebody god-related. Maybe I'd better try talking to this person. What the? This person with much greater powers than me. It's you? Hey! Missile! Missile! But that means he died! No, Missile! You died again, buddy. Oh, I'm so happy he's back, though. I love him. I forgot how sweet and... Oh, he's so freaking cute. Sissel! Oh, it's... Missile! Yay! You look well for being dead. Oh, did you see? Did you see what I... Missile, you saved her, just like you said you were going to. And you have powers now. You are a god. Well, god is just dog spelled backwards. I did it. I tried really hard, and I did it. I saved Miss Camilla. Oh, why is he the sweetest thing? I need to do a tier list. Top dogs in games, he would be up there. I love him so much. Are you telling me I was done in by a puppy dog? Missile, what is going on? How did you get the powers of the dead? I'm glad you asked. Oh, every time he's on screen, it makes me so happy. And that's right, he saved Camilla, but he killed another guy. Missile, he said he was going to protect Camilla. He said nothing about anybody else. After Miss Camilla went out and you left. It's funny, I posted about how I might be getting a dog soon, and I asked for names, and a couple of people recommended Missile. And if it wasn't for the fact that the dog I'm looking at is a female, not to say Missile couldn't be a female, also it just doesn't suit my dog, but if it did, I'd be like, oh my god, guys, if I was getting a Pomeranian, you know I'd be calling the dog Missile in honor of best dog. I worked like crazy to make my own path, and I did it. I love how Sissel saves people, Missile murders people. And then I followed Miss Camilla out into the big wide world. You know what's funny? I talked about, like, in the last chapter. I thought I was going to have to utilize Missile, but he was already gone at that point. Oh, he's so cute. And then I found her, then, here at this park, I found her at last. You guessed it, I barked, you bet I did, and I went running after her too. Anytime, just seeing Missile just makes me so much more excited about the fact that I will be getting a doggo soon, hopefully. You son of a bitch! You ran over Missile! Oh, baby. Poor baby. And then I guess I died, and then I was unconscious for a little while. When I came to, it was all over. Poor, poor Miss Camilla. Just through the power of love, he was able to acquire powers to save his master, crushed under that big scary lump. Oh, what have I done? I'm so sorry, little lady. Please forgive me. Miss Camilla! I had to rescue Miss Camilla. It was up to me. I cried out from the depths of my heart. And then... it was literally the power of love. I can't tell you how surprised I was, but I bet you understand, right? Better than probably anybody else could. And I remembered what you did for me and how you saved me. So, you went back, right? Back to 4 minutes before the little lady's death. You bet I did. He sounds so proud. I love him so much. Yes, my dear, I'll ever so gently nab her and come right back to your side. Oh, and then she got crushed. Oh, now's my chance. I thought I saw the core. I don't know, it looks pretty far. I stretched out my paw towards the core. Oh, how I felt at that moment. I'd love for you to be able to feel it too. Go ahead, Sissel. Go ahead and try it for yourself. Whoa! I can't believe it. How could you connect over such a great distance? Man, if I had that power, these would be so much easier puzzles. How would you connect over such a great distance? Well, they don't call me Missile for nothing. And so then you manipulated that Mino thing and threw it aside? Right on top of my head. Well, no, actually. Huh? I can't manipulate things like you can't, Sissel. You can't? Then how did you... I didn't know what to do. Then I happened to see something out of the corner of my eye. And it had a core too. A single leaf hanging from the tree. I tried reaching out to the leaf. What in the world? I can't manipulate things, but apparently I can swap them, as long as the two things have the same shape. What a specific ability. Swap things with the same shape. Go ahead and try it. Press swap. Okay. That's incredible. And so that's how you saved your mistress. And then the guy's like, and then killed me. And that's how I became caught up in this, is it? And this poor guy was just trying to do the right thing, and he was just wrong place, wrong time. I'm very sorry. My powers were too meager. Meager? Because you see, I saw one more. I happened to notice one more core. There was something with the exact same shape stuck in the branches of a tree. Hey, you're right. If Mino could be swapped with that, then disaster wouldn't have rained down on my head. But what is that thing? It's too big to be a leaf. Whatever it is, I would much prefer it on my head than Mino. So, why didn't you swap them, Missile? I couldn't. I can stretch out my paw a little further than you can, Sissel. I would say more than a little. Aw, you can't make it. But this was just too far for me. I couldn't reach. We're gonna work together, aren't we? The two of us, we're gonna combine our powers, and we're gonna be able to save both of them. I must admit, it's a fascinating spectacle of a death, if I do say so myself. I kept retrying over and over, seeing if there was anything I could do. I bet there is something you can do now. Huh? We work together, you and me. Sissel, you think so? I don't plan on letting anybody die in front of me tonight. I mean, good on Missile for trying. I was like, a cat? I feel like a cat would be like, whatever. But Missile tried his best to save everybody, but of course he's gonna put his master over some rando. Do you think you could help me? Of course. Naturally. So we're going to drop that Mino thing in a different spot. Alright, let's try it. Let's go back again to 4 minutes before. Oh, this is exciting! We get to work together with Missile. This is the best chapter already. I say this might actually be quite difficult. We'll see. Alright, let's get started, because I have to work with 2 powers now. 4 minutes from now, you'll swap Mino with a leaf, and then you have to swap Mino with something else. Something with the same shape. Oh, I believe that's a rugby ball. Okay, rugby ball, huh? But with the rugby ball where it is now, Missile can't reach it, so that means I have to move it closer somehow. It looks like you and I will have to work together on this one, Missile. Okay, I'm ready. Whenever you want to use my swap trick, just press V. It should be M for Missile, but okay. That way you'll be able to control me. And then if you press V, control will come back to me. Okay, let's try it. Together, we can stop Mino from hurting anybody. Alright, let's get some hints about this one. Alright, Missile, your powers are the key this time. Okay, I'm ready. I can swap anything that has the same shape. Just call on me if you find anything you want to try. Probably the best thing to do is just try a bunch of things and see how it goes. If I see something I can swap with, I should use V. Alright. Okay, so let's swing back. Open the dumpster. Okay, so he's gonna come this way. Oh, we got a hint here. Oh, here you come already. I swore to myself not to repeat my mistakes. Mistakes? When somebody's in trouble, you should lend them a hand. Otherwise, you'll definitely regret it. And now the recklessness of youth has taken over, giving me lightning-fast speeds. I've been thinking, if we could stop this man from running, maybe he wouldn't get squished. Break his legs! It won't be easy to stop me once the recklessness of youth has taken over. Stop him, eh? Ooh, okay. So hint on that. So we have to stop him somehow. Well, would you look at that? There sure are a whole lot of round things around here. Oh boy. That means it's time. Oh, maybe we can get him and just like fling him off here. Because he talked about like, I bet a bunch of kids have flung themselves off there. Because maybe we gotta spin it and like get him to fly that way. That means it's time for me, right? Oh boy. My hair is also around. Let's see. To use Missile's powers, just tap V. I'll try it and see what happens. Okay. And then thankfully we can just zip. I love this. This is awesome. Okay, so what are we swapping here? Here comes that man, fast enough to scare even a quick little doggy like me. The rugby ball is still in the tree. Behold, the recklessness of youth. I feel like this one is going to take me a couple of tries. It's that recklessness of yours that's caused us so much trouble. Because the last two, I haven't had to worry about a timer. This one I do. If we can't stop it, then I guess we're gonna have to find a way to make it work for us. But if he comes running too fast, we won't have time to get ready. It looks like figuring out what to do with his recklessness is the key. Okay, so, yeah, there we go. So we can swap. So now it's a basketball. Alright, I'm not sure what that'll do. Okay, so let's switch back over. Ah, man, it stinks that I can't... do we move? Okay. Oh! Oh, I was hoping we could connect to him, but... Okay, so he's doing this. There we go. Maybe we can spin it faster. Can I connect? Okay, I connect. Alright, so let's try spinning this. So we'll spin. Alright, there we go. He's flying. He's flying. Okay. Oh, shoot. I just missed it. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Let's see. Get a hint here. Wow, I didn't see this coming. Don't you know the first thing about the globe climber? Huh? Even little children treat it with the respect it deserves. They know that unless you spin it gently, there's no stopping it. It does look pretty dangerous. It looks like I'm just destined to fly through the air like this for a while. This just must buy some time. Maybe he'll just keep spinning around like that the whole 4 minutes. I'm sorry, but I don't think I would stand for it that long. But anyway, at least we stopped him from running for a while. Let's do what we can while we have this chance. Alright. Can we do anything with this umbrella? Oh, that was so close. If it had hit the ball, it could have knocked it down. Is that all this umbrella could be used for? For knocking the rugby ball down. Don't forget about my powers. And don't forget about the recklessness of youth. Okay, open? Okay, oh, it looks like it's slowing down, so we don't have much time. Okay, what can we do around here? Alright, let's switch over to... So what do we have here? Here comes that man fast. Okay, so he's saying the same thing. The rugby ball's still there. Okay, so I gotta swap. I'm stuck here. Yeah, this one might be a little bit tricky. This one might be tricky. Okay, so we switched out the... Okay. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? Okay, so there's the basketball, so that's round. There's the rugby thing, but we have to get that close. Okay, so he's about to... Okay, fly. Oh! Okay. So... Oh, oh, oh! Does that do anything? Oh! Hey! There we go. Perfect. There, we moved the ball. What do you think, Missile? Sweet, okay. With the ball there, I think I can do it. In just a few seconds, you'll swap Mino with the leaf, and then from there you can swap Mino one more time. The final moment is near, Missile. Are you ready? Alright, it's do or die, literally. You bet. Alright, we gotta get down there. We gotta get down there. Okay, so the rugby ball. We want the rugby ball. Right? Okay, so we hit back now. Oh god, I hope I'm doing this right. Okay. Oh god, is there anything... I have to wait for the thing to fall though, don't I? Oh gosh. Oh, I don't know if I'm doing this right. Okay, so he's gonna swap out. Okay, so that's gonna get swapped, right? Okay. Okay, so that, I don't have to do anything? So it's gonna get swapped. Okay, there we go. Oh god, oh god. Okay, watch me, Sissel. Here I go. Okay, the finishing touches. You can do it, Missile. Swap Mino with that ball. Please let me be able to reach. Yes! Yes! We did it! Yes! Woo! Alright! Holy cow. Wow! I thought that one was gonna take me a couple of tries. I'm on a roll tonight. After last week's disaster, I feel like I earned this, man. How's that? I did it! My head has been spared. Truly, that was a try worthy of the gods. First try for every single one. And now Mino is right where he belonged. I mean, this was the only one that we really, like, was tricky because of the fact that we were on a time limit, but still. We did it again, didn't we? Didn't we? Part of me was kind of like, if I had failed, that would have been kind of funny and been like, oh, okay, we gotta try again. Now nobody has to die. Except for one brave little somebody. Aw, huh? I'm talking about you, Missile. Oh, me? I guess you're right. I'm still dead, aren't I? So, let's go back and save your life. Wait a minute. Oh no, what is it? Now that I think about it, I think I want to stay dead a little longer. Okay, as long as we can bring him back. What is it, 24 hours? Like, if you don't bring the person back within 24 hours, they stay dead. So we just have to make sure that we get Missile back before then. Because I don't want him to stay dead. When I was alive, I couldn't even help Miss Camilla when she was in trouble. I want to be able to protect Miss Camilla, and to do that... Oh my gosh, why? Why? Oh. Yeah, if I'm doing a dog tier, he's S tier. Literally willing to stay dead if it means that he can save his master. That is just, I feel like that just embodies the loyalty of a dog right there. I need these powers I have now. I see. Perfectly understandable. Even I wish I had powers like that. Hey, we just saved you. Don't wish your life away already. Oh, of course. You're right. Okay, Missile, have it your way. By the way, Mr. Reckless Youth, there's a certain detective who needs that music box you found. When we get back to the present time, could you give it to her? Certainly, you have my word. Let's go back then, to the present. And so Camilla ended up in the hands of the kidnappers. We weren't able to change that part. Lynn listened to my story without saying anything. I'm sorry. I wish there was something else I could have done. No, you did the best you could. I'm sure she's all right, after all. After all, she has me. Missile? Are you in there? I love how she knows it's Missile. It's not like Missile has a voice. I guess maybe she just senses his spirit. Miss Lynn, leave Miss Camilla to me. I know I don't look like much right now, but I'm sure I can help her. Missile. Oh no, Missile is gonna blow away. You know he's gonna blow over to where Camilla is and save her. Hopefully. Hopefully he just doesn't end up somewhere completely different because he's kind of... he can't really move himself. I'm going to leave it up to Missile. Kind of looks like Missile is being left up to the wind. Oh. Listen, nobody in this game can walk normally. I have something to give you. Stop the park from being turned into a housing site. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods. Aren't you forgetting your promise? Oh, pardon me, pardon me. My apologies. This is for you. Oh. Damn, that's a big-ass pocket she's got in that jacket. You kept the music box safe, didn't you? Thank you. Not at all. I was only doing what the Rock of the Gods would have wanted. Do you have a concussion from getting your head hit with that rugby ball? Oh, is he okay? What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? He's mesmerized by my beauty. Hey, the cat's not allowed to get your tongue. Dude, you alright? Excuse me, but are you? No, it couldn't be. Have we met before? Of course, everybody has met each other in this damn game. Aren't you that little girl from that time? Oh my god, are you kidding? It's true, like I said, they all know each other. They're all connected. He does say that he lives in the park, right? So, but still, that was a long time ago. I'll never forget it. It was 10 years ago in this park. 10 years ago? Of course he was there. Are you talking about... Of course, of course. Alright. Here in this park, the gods surely control fate. Today, 10 years from that day, we meet once again. If that isn't the power of the gods, then what else is it? It could just be coincidence. There's no such thing here. But apparently, you know our lady detective here. Could you tell us about it? About what happened 10 years ago? Yes, of course. I was actually just about to do that. What is this Rock of the Gods you keep mentioning? Don't you know? It's right there in front of us. Missile! Aww. Poor little guy. Lynn's like, you've died almost as many times as I have tonight. Missile. Wait a minute. You say G-O-D-S, but do you mean D-O-G? I literally made the joke about that, about how, like, dog is just God spelled backwards. Of course not. Don't be silly. This is no time for ridiculous word games. You're standing just above the Rock of the Gods now. Take a good look at that monument. Monument? Rock of the Gods, Temsic Park. The Rock of the Gods. The rock is buried in the ground right there. It's been there these 10 years. Ever since that day, it flew down from the heavens and showed us a miracle. A miracle? So this rock you've been talking about is a meteorite. Precisely. Is this what caused everybody to get their powers? It dropped from the sky on that day 10 years ago. Yes, of course. Surely you know all about it. Me? That day I just happened to be passing through this park. I had no idea that day would change my destiny. The sun was going down, and through the gloom, I heard the scream of a little girl. Now, just calm down and drop the weapon. Stay back. If you come any closer, I'll shoot her. I peeked out fearfully from the bushes and saw some shadowy figures. I didn't see the face of the criminal clearly. I knew I should do something to help, but I couldn't move. The tension was so thick it was painful, just when I couldn't stand it any longer. That's when it happened. The sky suddenly burned bluish white. Man, we got manipulator, we got missile getting powers, we got a meteorite. Whole lot of stuff I wasn't expecting. When it crashed into the ground, the meteorite gave off a shower of beautiful fragments. And then I saw it. One of those beautiful fragments pierced into the criminal's back. Oh shit. So Jowd wasn't even the one who shot him. The judgment of the gods was brought down on the park that day. Was that Ray? Oh shit, I wonder if that was Ray who was the one who... Oh damn, that'd be crazy. 10 years ago, the little girl that was you was saved by the Rock of the Gods, and maybe that's what gave him the powers. Oh my, I can't believe it. The Rock of the Gods was given the name Temsic, and still today, it lies sleeping deep in the park's earth. Because they said something at the beginning, like, I'm sure, like, Temsic will be, like, is the answer to all this, or something. Temsic, I know, was brought up at the beginning of the game. I never knew about this Temsic. I always thought Detective Jowd was the one who saved me. You were very young then, and you passed out from the shock of being taken hostage. Of course you wouldn't remember. But that's funny. A huge incident like that should have caused quite a stir. It's strange you never heard of it, Lynn. It is, isn't it? But now that I think about it, I remember I didn't want to think about what happened. I avoided the news and I never came back to this park again. That's why I didn't know anything about it. You know, based on everything that happened tonight, it's probably for the best she didn't come back to the park, because nothing but bad things have happened, although she's learning stuff. The meteorite was named Temsic after the name of this park that it fell in, and then the Rock of the Gods was forgotten. Now an awful thing is happening. They're talking about turning the park into a housing site. I'll never forget the miracle I witnessed that day. So I've taken up residence in this park, and I'm trying to appeal to the people. Protect the park, the Rock of the Gods. That is my mission. I see. Aw, little baby. I'm taking you with me, Missile. So, 10 years ago, the little girl that was Lynn wasn't aware of the meteorite. I get that, but Detective Jowd, on the other hand, there's no way he didn't know about this Temsic thing. And if he knew... And the man died, I took his life. What was this confession all about? The rocks of the gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago changed the destinies of many people's lives, like the ripples on a pond when a pebble is dropped in. With every answer I get, I learn about a new mystery. Will I be able to break the chain of mysteries before dawn? Anyway, now that we have the evidence we need, we decided to meet up again at the minister's office. Besides, there are a few things I want to ask Detective Jowd. We found the music box, Detective Jowd. Good job, Lynn. I knew you would. Once everything's been resolved, I'd wanted you to give this to him. Him? You mean Inspector Cabanella, right? I don't suppose he'll ever forgive me. Detective Jowd. Now then, let's get this thing open. There's a certain knack to doing it, you know. See? He calls that a knack? It looks more like brute strength to me. That gun seems a little bit too big to put in that little box. You should find scorch marks on the grip. Scorch marks? When Camilla built her contraption, she used a special kind of string. It's a kind magicians use. It burns up in an instant and disappears. Why would Camilla use something like that? I don't know. Maybe because she's a detective's daughter, not leaving any evidence behind in all that. In the case report, there were mentions of some scorch marks. The perfect crime. When it happened, Camilla was watching from her hiding place. She saw the flame run to the gun, something she naturally didn't include in her design. I took the gun out of the frame and replaced it with a picture. If you remove the picture, you should find scorch marks behind it on the frame too. And those marks should match up with the ones on the gun. In other words, it proves the contraption existed there, in that room that day. And it didn't work the way your little girl intended, is that right? Exactly. Some cowardly culprit modified the design. But that angle was never brought up in court, and so, as Justice Minister, I must call off the execution at this point. I knew I was right. It wasn't Detective Jowd. Now we can finally prove that. Thank goodness. Thank you, Lynn. In those eyes of yours, I see the eyes of that little girl from 10 years ago. This is where we have to bring up, it's like, hey, Jowd, hey, we got some questions for you, sir. What's the matter? I just don't know. What should I have done 5 years ago? Back then, nobody had any way of knowing the true nature of the manipulator. It wasn't anybody's fault that we didn't know the truth. Do you really think so? Of course. Besides, what's important right now is deciding what to do next. Am I right? She's right, Mr. Minister. Yes, of course. I do believe she is. What is it now? I just don't know. What should I do next? You'll figure it out. We believe in you. Yeah, not really the person I want to talk to right now. Sissel, if you hadn't come to my cell tonight, I would have been gone by now without ever knowing any of this. This is what I deserve. That's what I told myself these past 5 years. But things are different now. Thanks to you, my eyes have finally been opened. Tonight, I've come into contact with a lot of people's lives and got involved in their fates. And the only reason I was doing it was to regain my own lost memory. But things are different now. We're connected to each other somehow. I just know it. Right? We have to bring up the fact that you were painting a picture of him in your cell. That's why I need to ask you a few more questions in order to find the truth about us. Fair enough. Fire away. Sissel told me about it, Detective Jowd. About the manipulator. Yes, and it looks like the manipulator really did a number on the minister, too. Ugh. Please don't pick on the minister. If he dies again, I'm the one who has to save him. Oh. Sissel, do you think that's what happened to me, too? What are you talking about, Lynn? Don't tell me. You were manipulated, too. There was always a part of me that just couldn't believe it. That image of the one who shot me, but now I see the possibility of a new explanation. But who is it, and why did they do it? That contraption was a birthday surprise for Camilla's mother, wasn't it? That's right. Something's been bothering me about it. I feel like I know that device from somewhere. No surprise there. You lost your life once tonight because of that machine. She's like, oh yeah, I died so many times, it's hard to keep everything together. Right, I knew it. See, Detective Jowd? No, I'm afraid I don't see. I told Detective Jowd about it. Told him about seeing the exact same contraption tonight in a completely different place. That's very strange indeed. A junkyard on the edge of town? I've never even heard of the place. And what's more, I've never told a single soul about that contraption. You haven't? That old pigeon guy. Who in the world is— oh yeah, I forgot about him. Damn. Maybe he's behind everything. Detective Jowd, you must have heard this name before. Temsic. The meteorite that fell in the park 10 years ago. You were there. So, you found out about that, did you? I hear that meteorite saved little Lynn's life. That's right. I couldn't do anything to help Lynn that day. But in that case, I don't get it. If it's true, Doesn't it mean you didn't steal somebody's life away? What are you talking about? Detective Jowd, you told me 10 years ago the person who killed the perpetrator in the park was you. What? But it was the meteorite. I wasn't lying. I stole that man's life away, no question about it. It was entirely my fault. I was just about to shoot him. I would have shot him in the next instant if that meteorite hadn't come. At that point, I was already a murderer. That's not true. You were trying to save me. Lynn, I'm sorry, but I don't think that's really it. Huh? Okay, this might be me being crazy, but when I saw the outline of that guy, it's hard to say, but I'm like, it kind of looks like Camilla a little bit. Maybe just because, like, he's really skinny. It's probably not the case, because I don't think he would have kept, silent about that if that had... Oh, right, plus the guy's dead. That too. It's gotta be Ray, then. It's gotta be Ray. On that day, 10 years ago, a different incident happened in another place. Another place? Yes, in the police headquarters interrogation room. The worst sort of incident. A suspect who was being questioned escaped. Wow, I didn't know about that. I happened to be there in the detective division, so I joined the chase. Fortunately, or I guess unfortunately, I was able to track him down alone in the park. Hold it right there. I fired a warning shot. I wanted to catch him bad. That warning shot made him panic. At that time, I was a young and green detective brandishing my sense of justice like a sword. I made him panic and got you involved, Lynn. It was all my fault. Detective Jowd, all I could see was my target. I couldn't even see you. I'm so sorry, Lynn. Just everybody just like there's just everybody just hashing stuff out. This is like a big therapy session. Like everybody's getting everything out in the open. So the man who grabbed me died that day. These last 10 years, I've never forgotten his face. Wait a minute, Sissel. Was it Sissel? Because why was he painting him? And a few years after that, when my wife Alma died in such a mysterious way, I don't believe it, no. I thought it was fate, my punishment for what I'd done. Because he's like, I never forgot his face. Oh, he is painting him. I painted pictures in my cell, nothing but portraits of people's faces. All the faces of the many people I'd met in my life and didn't want to forget. I bet it is and be like, that man. And tonight, I finished my last portrait, the final face I wanted to remember. The final face. The face of the man in the park that day. Bah, bah, bah. Wait, 1 minute. That can't be. I saw that painting. I saw the face you painted tonight. It was me. Bah, bah, bah. I think that is the perfect... This is the perfect way to end the live stream. Like, what a cliffhanger. It was my face. Are you telling me I was the man in the park that time? That's right. That face of yours is the face I saw 10 years ago. The face of the man whose life I stole, of the man who was pronounced dead at the scene. But hold on, Detective Jowd. That can't be true. I just met Sissel for the first time tonight, and he died right in front of me. By the way, the name that I know the man in the park that day by isn't Sissel. What? I bet it's Ray. From the first minute I laid eyes on you tonight, I've been wondering, who in the world is this guy? Mr. Minister, Inspector Camilla, where are you? Just be quiet and listen. This is our demand. Ooh. What? Demand? Oh shit, our demand hasn't changed. The execution must be tonight. Once we've confirmed it's been carried out, we'll release the hostage. I fucking knew it! I knew he was the one that was working with the kidnappers. Or I had a feeling. I shouldn't say for sure I knew. What are you talking about, Inspector Camilla? You know it wasn't my daughter who was abducted. Does it really matter who the hostage is? A life is a life. Even if it's the daughter of a death row prisoner. Once the criminal gets the punishment he deserves, the hostage will go free. Carry out the execution immediately and wait for our call. It just gets spicier. What is it, Mr. Minister? You look paler than ever. What in the world? What's going on? Inspector Camilla? The rock of the gods that fell from the sky 10 years ago twisted the fates of many people and started a chain of tragic events. And even now, the chain continues to grow ever longer. Inspector Cabanella's call proved that to us. And the greatest mystery of all has risen to the surface. Who is this me I've been chasing all night? Who am I? Bum, bum, bum. I'm even further from knowing than when I started. Alright, that was a good one. Those are a good couple of chapters. Alright guys, but considering that it has been just about 2 hours and another chapter is gonna push me a little bit too far for tonight because I gotta go have my dinner. So that was a really good couple of chapters, and they were really fun. They didn't cause me any issues, unlike last week. The only issue is my goddamn webcam. Otherwise, it would have been, like, perfect. But yeah, I think that was a good cliffhanger to leave it on. So I'm really excited. We got a lot of information, and I'm just, like, so invested. And, of course, we got a, you know, special showing of Missile, which always makes everything better. So it was just perfect, in my opinion. I really enjoyed this one. Alright, people are talking about the next chapter being a really good one. So I think that'll be a good place to kind of, like, start up the next week. I believe I do have next Wednesday off, so that's my usual live stream day. So we will have it Wednesday night. No, so next Wednesday. So, I mean, we're at a good part here, guys. I hope you can join in for it because it's going to be really awesome. And of course, if you can't make it, that's no problem. You guys can always watch it in the live stream sessions playlist I have afterwards. But I want to thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. This was a really good one. I really liked these couple of chapters, and I'm really excited to see where the story is going to take us next. So have a good one, guys. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, and